Howdy folks, as you just heard Yua, he's still with me again, and we've got a game between RadicalX and Draken, and I think Yua is of particular interest in this game because this is a game RadicalX sent me because he's playing Fire Nature. And Yua, as you may or
Ooh,
may not
very,
know,
very
is
nice.
the other Fire Nature player on the ladder. Neither of him actually play that deck very much anymore because we think it's bad. But here's RadicalX
Yeah,
to show us how it's done.
yeah.
All
I'm,
right?
I'm, I'm, I'm really. At first, of course, I was very excited about the patches for Fire Nature. But yeah, after a while, I kind of realized that it's gotten really, really tough to win with Fire Nature. You
Yeah, I
almost
don't.
felt like it was just as hard as before, if not worse.
I agree. I just every patch, I like Fire Nature less and less. Even the things that feel like buffs, or they're supposed to be buffs, just don't feel like buffs to me. Like on paper, maybe they're buffs, but um, yeah. Anyway, that's a rant for another video. Maybe you guys can put in the comments if you think you wish that I should make a video about why we don't like Fire Nature anymore. But what this replay is, uh, yeah, RadicalX versus Draken, and I think in tier one so far they're very even. Draken's got a nice frenzy situation, so RadicalX, very nice eruption.
Very nice.
Yes. And I think very interesting, RadicalX has decided to push instead of running away from the Frenzied Forsaken. And I would
Yeah,
have just run
that
away.
was. Yeah, that was
But
interesting. Was it because of map control? I'm not sure. I think
I
so, right?
think, yeah, I think it was map control and just he realized that he didn't need to run away, right? Like, none of his units died, so he didn't need to run away. Um, and so he didn't run away, and he got an advantage that I would not have gotten, right? Um,
Same here, same here. I think that. Yeah, that's why it's Radical X.
yeah, but I think that's a nice moral for me, right? Like, I don't need to run away just because somebody frenzies, right? I just gotta think about it.
Yeah, life lessons learned through BattleForge.
But yeah, so RadicalX has a sizable advantage here. Um, Maybe not enough to kick a wall or push something, but he's definitely got an advantage here. You should also note that RadicalX has the center, which is very nice for Fire Nature. I think what Fire Nature does best is this hit and run style gameplay. And this center and Simai, where you can kind of come out the top, come out the bottom, and in this case, because Draken's on the right, he can also come out the right. This is, I think, a very good map advantage for RadicalX. So he's going to get a nice trade. Dread Charger for one square of Sunstriders, I think. Meanwhile, Dread Charger at the bottom is probably trying to nasty.
Yeah.
The nasty does go. That looked like a suspicious eruption.
Oh, yeah, he could save the Forsakens.
Yeah, I don't think Radical has an advantage anymore. And the score is pretty much even, but Draken has an extra tier 1 unit.
Yeah.
So very slight advantage for Draken, I'd say. It's hard to tell. Ooh, questionable nasty. It's going to get him some breathing room, but yeah, Radicalux is certainly doing fine. Although,
Yeah, I
as
think
you
that
and I know,
was
he's doing Fire Nature, so he has to do a little bit more than fine to actually win.
true.
And yes, they are playing an extended tier 1. How do you think that benefits the players playing? I don't recall what Draken. Actually, I do recall what Draken's playing. But assuming I didn't recall what Draken's playing, I would say he's probably playing Lost Souls because that's what Draken usually plays. So how do you think this
Yeah.
benefits the sides?
Uh, for me, in my experience, the longer tier one goes on, the less an advantage, if any, Fire Nature has.
Mm-hmm.
Because a longer tier one means tier two is gonna be tier two stage is gonna be bigger and have more units, more power in play, and also tier three is gonna come sooner than later. And usually, pure Fire Nature is stronger
And it is
than
Fire
with
Nature versus Souls.
lower amount of wells.
Yes, I agree.
Um,
Also, a thing to notice is that going super late tier 1 doesn't actually benefit Radical because he has no Sunder. So a lot of times that can be good to take long tier 1 and you play like 2 Sunders and you support it with like nature spells as you go tier 2. But uh, Radical X confirmed, I think he's playing a 4 card tier 1. No Sunder, no
oh
Thugs. Because he need to play Fire Nature.
yeah,
And
it kind of yeah. Fire Nature is very limited in deck slots.
Yep, and Draken has decided he wanted to increase the power levels, so he's taken an extra well. I think that's a smart move against Fire Nature. I'm not sure if RadicalX will be able to push it. I think RadicalX thinks he won't be able to push it either. And interesting, the Twilight Crawlers. Well, this is the best situation they could ever be, if there is a good situation for them. And Draken responds with a Lost Reaver.
Man, I just don't... I gotta vent a little bit, I'm sorry. I just don't get the Twilight Crawlers. Like, why they are the way they are. Like, the stats, the power, the cost of 80 power, I've never ever made them work. Maybe it's just, you know... maybe it's just me lacking skill, but...
RadicalX has also not made them work. He's still insisting, he's still trying to make those crawlers work, but I am not convinced. We probably will get this Lost Reaver though. Ooh, nice body block.
Ooh, nice body block. Yeah, sacrificing the nice eruption.
Yeah, it's gonna force out an eruption. So you know, you traded like a 50 power Dark Elf Assassins. Ooh, plus the Hurricane. So yeah, I think that was worth it. He forced out the Hurricane, so the Hurricane trades even with the Dark Elves.
Yeah, why the Hurricane? Aren't they
I think he just
slower?
didn't want the Dark Elves to get away. I think RadicalX doesn't have a lot of power, so Draken probably didn't need to run away so hard. Yeah, RadicalX is trying to make something happen to crawlers on the north.
Ooh, no, maybe we'll see the strength of the crawlers, because I don't know if he's going to transform.
Maybe, yeah, but this Nightcrawler is going to put so much damage into the... this 12 HP surviving Skyfire Drake. Welcome to RadicalX luck. And he is going to defend successfully. Meanwhile, RadicalX runs away with his crawlers. He spends Draken spent a frostbite to try and hit the crawlers a little bit lower. And Draken has up extra wells, and RadicalX takes another well to equalize. So we're getting to a quite high power level now. 6 wells apiece.
Well-timed oink, he got 2 shots in. Nice.
Looks like we're gonna see a heal here. Oh, and a freeze. Ooh. Expert.
Interesting. He chose to dodge with the crawlers instead of the Drake.
Yeah, probably because he wanted... I mean, the Drake will take half damage, so it's not really in danger of dying. And the crawlers are what's going to be good against the Dark Elves. But good is a relative term because it's like the same power as a Twilight minion. The same damage as Twilight minion for like so much more power. And Draken's pushing at the bottom. No Lost Reaver, actually. I think Lost Reaver is a pretty good card to play against Fire Nature. We saw the RadicalX actually was taking flavors. What was that?
I have no idea if... I haven't seen a slaver yet.
Because Nightcrawler can probably nasty surprise to kill the Skyfire Drake, and Draken decided he didn't want to do that. Instead he's trying to focus the Twilight Crawlers and just gravity surge the Skyfire Drake. Very nice lava field. The Skyfire Drake still dies. And RadicalX has a tiny squad of Twilight minions at the bottom. He decides to just kill those. He's starting to spam Twilight minions.
Very good on him for killing those minions in the bottom. Because it always triggers me when people leave their squad standing around somewhere on the map.
And yep, these minions are dying. He's managed to take minions off of both squads, which is going to require a heal. Radical has taken an extra well. I think that's a pretty interesting choice. And Draken also takes a well. Oh, there's a Vile Blood situation going here, along with the Night Guard. A lot of players aren't playing Night Guard anymore. What's that?
Nice body block from Draken.
Very nice body block from Draken.
Oh, and you got the switch.
He did get the switch. But he's not attacking the Night Guard super effectively. And I think Radical is actually just going to be able to switch this back. Meanwhile, Draken's coming in with a Lost Reaver. and Radical is responding with like how much power? 2 slavers and a Twilight minion? How much power, slaver? 140. He's responding with 200 power to try and defend this. And RadicalX has gotten an unbound Vile Blood, so that is really dangerous.
Yeah. I was surprised. Probably the right call, as it's Radical we're talking about. I probably would have tried to freeze the Night Guard just to keep the Vile Blood, because
Yeah,
it's a huge advantage.
I agree. Draken's making a small attack here, which might be difficult for RadicalX to defend the tempo. And RadicalX has, or Draken has, okay, this aura might save him, and Draken has played the ability of the Lost Reaver, which is going to force an Oink, which means that the Oink can't be used somewhere else. And this might drop, actually. This is getting really low, as well at the bottom. Oh, and RadicalX's unbound Lost Reaver, or unbound Vile Blood is dead. And see, this is interruption range now. I think, does Draken have power? Yeah, if he made like, oh, okay, it drops. Draken kicked a well. And now he's got to contend with this counterattack, which a bunch of slavers, which I don't think is going to be that scary. I don't know how you think.
I think the dying effect of the slavers is not too shabby.
Okay.
Eruption.
That's true, they get the eruption on dying now. Oh, he's transformed one to a Vile Blood.
I think this is gonna go somewhere, this attack.
Okay, okay. And RadicalX also Twilight cursed one of Draken's units. Was this like
on purpose?
I don't know. Was it on? I didn't catch when it happened. Was it like the Lost Reaver from a while ago, or did he miss?
I think he might have missed. Because
Okay.
I don't think there was a Lost Reaver there.
Well, RadicalX is trying his hardest to kick this well. And yeah, if they're immune to the freeze, I think it is going to drop.
Ah, unfortunate, yeah.
And so now they've taken well for well.
Yeah, this is super frustrating when you're so in the heat of the moment that you don't notice the.
And you don't check, and then you're just a tiny bit early.
That's the worst. Yeah, when you do it like a second too early.
And RadicalX, or no, Draken. RadicalX has Twilight Curse, Draken's Lost Reaver. So you see that. Oh, nice.
Yeah, it is.
Nasty.
It is the green.
Oh, and the slaver.
Green or red. It's the good curse, the one that buffs your unit.
Yes.
Which isn't too good.
Seems a little strange to me.
Oh, nice lava field.
Nice lava field. Yes. I don't know if you saw on the right. RadicalX killed his own slaver because that meant he got a tempo-free, like a free eruption, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. He kicked the World Buster. Very nice.
Yes. I think this well is still dropping from Draken, so I kind of lost track. They're trading wells pretty aggressively now. Draken is left with 5 extra wells,
Both have 5.
or 5 wells. Yeah, they both have 5. So I think they've traded evenly so far. Although this attack might go somewhere at the top. I forget, you can't see my screen. Yes, RadicalX has a tempo advantage, and Draken is going tier 3. What do you think about that move? Too early for tier 3? Or is it good to help him escape?
I don't know, probably the, I mean, yeah, since it's Frost, probably the best move he could make at this point. Because I don't think, if he stayed to 2, I don't think he could have defended everything. Not 3 spots at the same time.
Yeah. And
I mean, even with tier 3, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe he can't, right? Because he's also quite behind the tempo. And RadicalX has
and also
a whole bunch of Vile Blood right now.
Is doing.
What's that?
What Radical's doing is the best move here, I think. Just spamming Vile Bloods and trying to brute force.
Yep, but you know, if Draken had shield building, okay, the orb drops, and I think that's going to be RadicalX's game. But you know, if he had shield building, I think it's a different story.
Yeah.
So here we go. Looks convincing RadicalX win to me. What do you think? I think this is just convincing me that RadicalX is good, but the deck is still kind of crap.
No, it also reminded me that the best options for Twilight are still I mean, it was Wild Blood before, and I still think it is Wild Blood.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like not much has changed. The tier three got better with
Uh-huh.
the Nightshade plant. Yeah, like Wild Blood attacks are still the best weapon Twilight tier two has, in my opinion.
Yeah, I just
Also
miss
makes me
Ghost
kind of
Spear
sad
so much.
that they nerfed the, which also makes me sad that they nerfed the infused liquids, because it used to attack wells and orbs. I used to use that quite liberally.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm not sad about that nerf actually. Um, I think
that was kind of toxic.
yeah, I think it was kind of toxic, and the way they did it allows you to buff other aspects of the game which are less toxic. Um, yeah, I feel like it was kind of toxic against certain decks, and not that toxic against like the decks that Fire Nature actually struggles with.
Yeah, same. It was
So
super good against decks that couldn't repair.
yeah, it was big against the
Uh,
decks that Fire Nature's already okay against.
yeah.
Maybe Bandits. I think that's probably good against Bandits, which is otherwise a losing matchup. But yeah. So there was a game. I think that's the highest replay Fire Nature game in existence in this current patch. Um, any closing thoughts, Yuo?
I mean, yeah. The only thing I still have to say about this is that I feel kind of better now that even RadicalX could not really get a lot of value out of the Twilight crawlers. Even
That's how
he
I felt too.
struggled.
It's like
He,
I feel like he
yeah.
really tried to get value, and his only value was by out microing the opponent, and not because the card is
Yeah.
actually good.
But yeah, he did the best he could with the deck, and that was really impressive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
All
yeah,
right then.
please buff Twilight.
Yes, I agree. Yes. All right then. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it or possibly learned something. And once again, let us know if you would like Yuo to come back in future episodes.